Here is keynote 1 expanded to 600 words written in 3 paragraphs each containing exactly 10 lines No headings, no ending statements, just pure content in the Matthew Hussey style. When a man truly has deep feelings for you, he expresses those feelings through the steady rhythm of his actions, not the temporary spark of his words, because consistency is the real language of genuine interest and emotional investment. He doesn't show up only when he needs attention or when loneliness creeps in. He shows up because your presence adds meaning to his life in a way he doesn't want to risk losing. A man with real emotions makes you feel chosen, not chased for a moment and then forgotten, because he knows confusion is the enemy of connection. You'll see it in the way he remembers the small details you didn't even realize you shared, noticing things about you that others miss because he pays attention with intention. He prioritizes time with you even when life gets busy, finding pockets of effort that reveal how much your place in his world actually matters. His follow-through becomes a reflection of his heart, showing you that affection is not about grand gestures, but about the reliability he offers day after day. He doesn't cancel last minute, disappear for days, or keep you wondering where you stand, because genuine feelings make him responsible with your emotions. When he says he'll text, call, or show up, he does, because he wants you to trust that he's not playing with something real. His behavior becomes a pattern you can depend on, not a puzzle you're forced to decode, and his desire to be consistent is his way of saying you are worth the effort without ever needing to speak those words aloud. A man with deep feelings invests with a level of emotional presence that can't be faked, because true affection inspires commitment instead of convenience. He doesn't make you feel like an option on the days he feels confident and then retreat when vulnerability scares him. Instead, he leans into connection because losing you would feel like losing a rare part of his life. You sense his effort in the way he checks in on you, not to impress you, but to genuinely understand how you're doing and what you need. He begins to weave his life thoughtfully around you, not by forcing closeness, but by creating moments where you feel naturally included in his daily world. You notice him initiating conversations that go beyond surface-level chatter, asking meaningful questions because he wants to know you deeply, not just date you casually. He shows his feelings by being the first to repair misunderstandings, not out of weakness, but out of respect for what you share. You feel valued not because he constantly praises you, but because he consistently shows you that you matter, even when no one else is watching. His reliability becomes an emotional anchor, helping you relax into the connection instead of questioning whether he might suddenly pull away. Every action he takes is quietly building trust, creating a foundation where love doesn't feel fragile, rushed, or uncertain. His consistency isn't an accident, it's his way of saying he sees your worth and won't gamble with it. The deeper his feelings grow, the more his consistency becomes tied to purpose, because he sees the potential of what the two of you could build together, and he works to protect that possibility. He makes plans in advance because he wants to show you that time spent with you isn't random or impulsive, but something he looks forward to intentionally. When challenges arise, he doesn't withdraw or shut down. Instead, he communicates openly because he wants connection more than he wants comfort. He shows effort in both the big and small ways, proving that devotion is not defined by intensity, but by reliability repeated over time. You begin to feel emotionally safe with him, not because he never makes mistakes, but because he corrects them in ways that show he cares about how his actions affect your heart. He doesn't treat you like someone temporary or interchangeable, because real feelings shift a man from passive interest to active commitment. When he invests, he does so with clarity, making sure you're never left guessing what's going on in his mind or heart. He offers consistency instead of chaos, sincerity instead of mixed signals, and respect instead of uncertainty. What he shows you every day is simple. A man who values you will make sure his actions never put him at risk of losing you. Here is *** keynote 2 expanded to 600 words **, written in **, 3 paragraphs **, each containing **, exactly 10 lines **. No headings, no ending statements, just pure content in the Matthew Hussey style. When a man secretly has deep feelings for you, vulnerability becomes the doorway he uses to let you see the parts of himself he normally hides from the world, because he feels emotionally safe. In your presence, he starts sharing his fears, not to burden you, but to let you understand the depth of what he carries inside. He tells you about moments that shaped him, mistakes he regrets, dreams he's afraid to say out loud, because he trusts you with the truth instead of impressing you with a facade. You notice that he begins opening up at unexpected times, letting his guard drop in small moments that reveal more than any grand confession ever could. He speaks about his insecurities gently, testing whether you'll judge him or understand him, hoping you'll choose compassion over criticism. His vulnerability isn't dramatic. It's subtle, quiet, and profound, like the way he asks for your opinion on something that genuinely matters to him. He seeks emotional closeness, leaning into conversations that require honesty, not just light-hearted charm or surface-level humor. You can feel him letting you into his internal world, a space he rarely allows anyone else to enter, because it carries the rawest parts of who he is. His openness becomes a sign of intention, a way of saying he feels something real without actually needing the words to declare it. To him, vulnerability is the ultimate form of intimacy, and offering it to you means he sees you as someone worth trusting. As his feelings deepen, he begins expressing vulnerability through behavior, not just through conversations, revealing the emotional investment he's forming behind the scenes. He lets you see him when he's not at his best, when he's tired, frustrated, overwhelmed, or unsure, because your presence feels grounding instead of threatening. He admits when he's wrong without defensiveness, showing that protecting the connection matters more to him than protecting his ego. He values your perspective, asking what you think, not out of weakness, but because he cares about how his decisions might affect the relationship growing between you. You notice that he becomes more transparent with his emotions, no longer hiding behind sarcasm or silence when something bothers him, but communicating openly because he wants clarity, not conflict. He shares personal stories he never planned to reveal, stories he usually keeps locked away, and he watches your reaction closely because your response means more than you realize. He allows himself to be imperfect around you, speaking freely instead of rehearsing every word, because your acceptance feels like a safe space he didn't know he needed. He lets you witness his struggles without pretending he has everything figured out, trusting that your empathy won't turn into judgment. His willingness to be seen fully is a sign of deep internal attachment, something he couldn't fake even if he tried. When a man is vulnerable with you, it is because he feels emotionally connected in a way that scares him and comforts him at the same time. The more he trusts you, the more he begins to express emotions he once avoided, creating a bond that grows stronger through shared honesty rather than hidden feelings or silent assumptions. He reveals his fears about love, admitting what he's afraid to lose, what hurt him in the past, and what he hopes will be different this time. He shows softness in moments where you've only seen strength, proving that allowing you into his emotional world is his way of inviting you closer. He starts asking for support, something he rarely does, because needing you no longer feels like a weakness, but a natural part of connection. He listens deeply when you share your own vulnerabilities, mirroring your openness with a sincerity that shows he isn't just hearing you, but understanding you. He expresses affection more emotionally, letting you see the tenderness he usually hides beneath confidence or composure. He lets his real feelings slip through his tone, his eyes, his questions, revealing a depth he can't suppress around you. His vulnerability shifts from accidental to intentional, showing that he's not afraid to let you see who he truly is. In opening up, he's not just sharing information. He's offering emotional intimacy, the kind that only comes from caring deeply. Through vulnerability, he's telling you something powerful. He trusts you with the parts of himself he guards from everyone else. Here is ** keynote 4 expanded to 600 words **, written in **, 3 paragraphs **, each containing **, exactly 10 lines **. No headings, no ending statements, pure Matthew Hussey style content. When a man secretly has deep feelings for you, he begins building his life in ways that naturally include you, not because he feels pressured, but because the idea of a future without you feels empty. He starts making plans that stretch beyond the moment, suggesting experiences, trips, and ideas that root you deeper into his world with intention. You notice how he introduces you to people who matter to him, letting you into circles he normally protects because he wants you to see the environment he comes from. His actions show that he is no longer thinking short term. He is envisioning a life journey where you are woven into his routines, goals, and dreams. He brings you into conversations about the future, casually yet meaningfully, as if testing the possibility of a shared path without overwhelming you. You feel included in decisions that don't directly affect you because your perspective has become a part of his internal compass. He shares his ambitions more openly, not bragging, but allowing you to witness the direction he sees himself going, subtly hoping you will walk alongside him. He starts aligning his schedule so that your time together feels organic, not forced, as though building a rhythm with you has become part of his personal blueprint. His daily choices begin to reflect someone who envisions stability, partnership, and growth, because his feelings guide him toward something meaningful. You feel the shift not because he announces it, but because his behavior reveals a man planning with you in mind. As his emotions deepen, he becomes more intentional about weaving your presence into the deeper layers of his life, creating a bond that feels grounded in purpose rather than fleeting attraction. He opens doors to his inner world by sharing the people, places, and routines that shape him, offering you access to the fabric of his life with increasing trust. He remembers your preferences, dreams, and values, not merely to impress you, but because he is subconsciously shaping a future where both of you feel aligned. You notice him asking your opinions on long-term decisions, even those beyond the relationship, because your input has become something he genuinely respects and takes seriously. He begins adjusting unhealthy habits or improving life areas that need growth because being with you inspires him to rise to a higher standard. His consistency reflects his commitment to building something stable, not a temporary connection that dissolves under pressure or distraction. He shows you parts of his past, not to dwell on them, but to explain the man he is becoming and the man he wants to be with you. He initiates conversations about compatibility, values, and life direction because he wants to ensure you are moving toward a future that benefits both hearts equally. His investment becomes clearer each day, revealing someone who is no longer navigating his world alone, but imagining how your presence elevates everything he is building. The more he lets you in, the more he shows that his feelings are not hidden, they are expanding into the vision of a shared life. Over time, you begin to see how naturally he integrates you into the architecture of his life, creating a space where both of you can grow individually while building something meaningful together. He plans ahead, not weeks but months, making sure that shared experiences become part of your shared memories and not just fleeting moments. He becomes thoughtful about how his choices affect the relationship, understanding that every decision shapes the future he hopes to create with you. You notice how he gives you emotional room to express your needs, dreams, and boundaries because he wants the life you build together to feel equal and fulfilling. He brings you closer to his world, not by force, but by creating an atmosphere where connection feels effortless, supportive, and deeply rooted. You feel valued because he makes space for you emotionally, mentally, and practically, revealing a man who sees you not as an addition, but as a partner. He begins shaping traditions, routines, and goals with you in mind, subtly laying the foundation for something lasting. His actions reflect a quiet but powerful truth. He is choosing you not just for the moment, but for the path ahead. He builds a future that feels intentional, safe, and full of possibility, guided by feelings he can no longer contain. In the way he includes you, you see everything he has been too afraid to say out loud.